Welcome tonight, everybody, to another Select League match. You are seeing Crown Villa versus Southside FC as we're on the road at St. Pius. It is a warm day. I am here today with my co-commentator, Gabe Rodriguez. Gabe, how are you doing today?
Good. It's just a little bit warm out here, sweating. I'll tell you that.
Oh, that's that's for sure. It's about 90 degrees today. A little bit of a breeze, not too much going on there, but it's definitely going to be hot for everybody involved. Gabe, why don't you kind of fill us in on the lineup today for those that maybe didn't have a chance to read the graphic before the game?
I appreciate it. So at goal, we got Ryan Neal. Defense, we got Noah Leonard, Hudson Bell, Jackson Rainforth, Matt Blaylock. And the mid, we got Caleb Bruckner, Ramiro Vasquez, and then Roma Harding. And then our top three attackers, we have Tony Rangel, Trey Berman, and Sabino Lozano.
Awesome. So tonight, we're playing our typical 4-3-3. I know today we're looking to make sure that we get back at things. Last time we played Crown Villa, it was a bit of a disappointing end to the match, losing 5-4. Really a goal that Villa ended up scoring after we went level with them to put them ahead in the final 10 to 15 minutes. Looks like early offsides there by Tony. And you can kind of see a little bit of a game plan there, try to split the center back and fullback. What do you think, Gabe?
I say it's very early to tell. I mean, for each different game, I see that we have different plans. So I believe they're trying to see, just like you said, try to put center backs here and there. But we'll see. We have a new midfield compared to last game versus them. We see him. I believe he's on side and balls there, and then Tony's speed should be able to get past that.
Yeah.
We got Roma in the middle.
And a misplaced pass in the midfield.
And we got a counterattack here coming up.
Great recovery runs by Southside. Really make sure that we got numbers back, and an exceptional tackle there to win the ball. And there we go, able to keep possession.
Southside just a little bit slow to receiving those balls right there, but Southside will get it figured out and keep moving once the rhythm of the games gets figured out. As we see Noah Leonard, the captain, a little bit frustrated on the communication side.
And you can really see as it's starting to play out, you can really see that we're trying to overload the ball side, create numerical advantages just in order to weave the ball. Ooh, early pass through by Noah and offsides. Oh, actually, apologies. That was by Hudson. That ball played in
to
Matt, yes.
Don't see much of Matt up front, really. I'll tell you that. So a little exciting there for him, I bet.
Yeah. So a little congested centrally here. Oh, and Roma misses his tackle, and looks like Matt might have been caught a little bit out of possession, but no harm. Looks like we were able to allow for a misplayed pass, and Ryan collects, and to Jackson it goes.
What are some of your early thoughts here, Goddard, with Crown Villa, of how you see them shaping up going against Southside?
Yeah, I think right now they're just trying to make sure they have men behind the ball. I think they're recognizing how potent of a team we can be. I believe every team is thinking how potent we can be, and how are they going to size up against us. And any team, honestly, would be hard-pressed to try to figure that out. So my early thoughts are, and a ball in by Sabino, played in, and the chip, and it's gone wide. What a fantastic opportunity. Nice ball over the top.
And we're kind of seeing there where Tony is kind of hiding behind number 9, their left back, kind of just lingering there. And for some reason, they're forgetting about him, which they won't forget about him after this run. So maybe we'll keep sneaking in, or if not, maybe we'll keep trying to find something new.
For sure. Definitely, Tony is one to really, really pay attention to. Right now, he is Southside's goal leading scorer. I believe he is second in the league at 10 goals. So really, he's trying to work hard to kind of claim that top spot from last year. He scored 30 goals. I mean, that's just in what last year was about a 16 game season. That
Yes.
is absolutely
Yes.
unheard of to have those kind of numbers. So really, very much a threat.
What I'll say is this: what he's lacking in, I guess you can say, those 20 goals that he still needs to make through. He is having a record season when it comes to his assists. Last time I saw, I believe he was at 5 or 6, which I believe from last season he only had 2 assists at most. So he is learning to be more of a team player and at the same time still being a goal threat right there for Southside, since we have got more numbers within the
Yeah,
team.
and a turnover there, and Crown Villa with it in the midfield and creating some situations. Um, and a ball deep. And it looks like Roma won the challenge, the 50-50 ball. Ball played outside. What a ball in, and oh man, what an opportunity that was. Just a little head Sabino on
I
his
don't
run
know if
there.
that was offsides, but I could be wrong. I just got a glimpse of that, so I can be wrong. For the people out there watching the game, maybe replay that for me. Help me out here.
Yeah. Let's take a moment and chat about our sponsors here a little bit. We want to thank the companies that are supporting Southside FC, Elite Tech, and we are listening to. I'm sorry, not listening. We are also sponsored by More Cabinet out in Leavenworth. So they're we appreciate their opportunity, the opportunities that they're providing for us by being a sponsor in our season. I apologize for the camera angle here a little bit. Looks like we're kind of dealing with a building in the way, so I'm sorry if it chops off the corner there. Oh, and a wayward pass there. A lot of passes that we are just seeming to be misplacing here at the moment. So we've got to work to sort that out. Oh, and a Villa player down there on a challenge. From my perspective, maybe caught him a little bit, but players I know tend to do anything that they can to be able to get a foul, move their team up the field.
And it kind of looks like here, Goddard, that Southside is not here to play around. Looks like they're trying to get their first goal in here in the first half, if not a couple, from the way we're seeing an attack. You can see right there, they're stacked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 players, even though Southside loses the ball here. But Jackson with a great
Yes.
recovery here. But we see that we're overloading the defense and
Oh,
really testing them out.
and almost a cutting ball through the center back there. What an opportunity that could have been if that got through. Rome has been another standout player that we've got to talk about a little bit. I mean, he's on 7 goals, I believe, and 7 assists. So really not far away, and an opportunity here, and he beats him to the byline. And man,
Corner
what an
kick.
opportunity that was!
Roma is one of those very scary players to go against 1v1, where you have to double team him. Not only is he crazy fast, but he has the physical body to fight you in a 1v1 scenario, body, shoulder to shoulder, which most of the time he'll be winning versus a left back or right back.
Yeah, and a little overlap ball there. Trey with the shot, and
Ooh.
that is the first shot on target today. Um,
Southside is not here to play around, I'll tell you that.
no, they are not.
Looks like a little bit of confusion here.
And there's a little bit of a push and shove going on. And it looks like the foul is going to go against Hudson there, allowing the. This is really the first opportunity that Crown Villa has had an opportunity to have the ball up the field. And a rare moment here, several minutes in, and apologies, I didn't realize the clock hadn't gone. We're about 10 minutes in, so
The good thing, hopefully, you can see the clock on the scoreboard
yeah.
across the field, so that
So
would help out maybe.
apologies, but yeah, we're about 10 minutes in here, and they'll take the free kick and do the wall. Easy collection for Ryan. Oh, nice ball played through. Can he get him through? And the pass is cut out.
Looks like Crime Villa's finally starting to wake up here. Finally, well, looks like we have an injured player here, number 13.
Oh, and an attempted clearance and a shot, and what a shot that was!
That was
Thunderous
a
shot
chance.
from about 25 yards out, just narrowly.
Great chance for Crime Villa, but then again, should have checked on number 13 with the sideline ref yelling out there for the safety of their player.
It looks like substitution is happening here, if I'm not mistaken. And the ball is back in play here. It looks like a substitution for Crown Villa.
Noah Leonard.
It's unfortunate to see players go down early, and here's a chance going on. Tony on the break. And what a great save by the Villa keeper.
Caleb has the ball in the middle, goes to the left. Trey with the hit.
Oh,
and
and
offside.
Called for offsides. And honestly, it might have happened during that deflection on that pass that occurred. So maybe just threw off the timing of that run. But what a chance there. That makes now, I believe, 2, maybe 3 clear chances that really Southside has created today. And I love to see this, because normally we find ourselves struggling a little bit early in matches. So the longer that this match goes on, the more that we're definitely going to have opportunities to score a goal before Villa gets a chance in this match.
What we see here is, even though we know Cram Villa has a very speedy up 3, we're looking at the back 4 of Southside. Very calm, very collected. What do you got to say about that, Goddard?
They've looked very solid. They've been able to deal with the 1 or 2 opportunities that kind of happened. Obviously, there was that foul about 5-10 minutes ago that brought them up the field. But apart from that, they've done really well to deal with the issues that Crown Villa has been trying to create. And it looks like we're just calm. We're really finding the pockets. We're not rushing anything. And honestly, this is a little bit of a different Southside, because usually we don't tend to have the ball always. And I say that in the sense of, in terms of really holding possession and having possession, we tend to be more of a counter-attacking team. And
I agree.
And so when you're a counter-attacking team or a high press and you win the ball high up the pitch, creating opportunities for yourselves. You don't really have a lot of opportunities to control the ball. So when you watch a Southside game, it could be misconstrued a little bit that sometimes we have a lot of the ball. That I would believe that that's not normal for us.
And you can say here is with the new revamped midfield and finally getting to know each other and kind of getting that chemistry up, adding in Caleb, adding in Dennis as those 8 and 6 roles for Southside, mixing it up for a depth.
Yes. Nice long cross there, move played in centrally, and what a ball! What a cutting ball in, and is it in?
Just shy off.
What another opportunity!
Not too mad on that. Either it could have been a shot or that was still a perfect play right there. I could have went in, but not mad at that at all.
I believe that the pass was played a little bit too far ahead, but you really can't be too mad at the opportunities that honestly we are creating here. And wow, that was a bit of a moment, an overhit pass over the top there that really could have created a problem, and Caleb beating his man to win the foul to allow us to gain a little bit more composure.
Got it. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a crowd here coming in later of the game. Too many to count, I can say. Look at that.
Yeah.
Trey coming up with the ball on the left side, taking a 1v1, step over. Can he take a shot? No. Gives it to Roma. The right side is open. Takes a shot.
Roma with a shot, and I believe there it looks like there was not a deflection. It looks like it sailed clean through. Another chance, another opportunity that we are just finding ourselves creating. Back to the crowd. Yeah, we are definitely getting a crowd here, and it looks like a lot of Villa supporters have come out, and that really is a great testament to what Crown Villa is building, considering that they're a club that were supposed to start last year due to some complications, didn't have that opportunity to do so. But I mean, this turnout is great, and it just shows how much the league is growing and the opportunity that is providing itself that people want to come out and support local grassroots soccer. So hats off to Villa for creating this atmosphere, and even to the Southside fans that have an opportunity to come out and really help create an atmosphere that our players can latch on to here.
Yeah, I see a fan out there. Looks like the father of Sabino rocking the jersey number 14 down there. Maybe you'll be able to catch a glimpse of him. I would say the weather is getting a bit nicer, but I don't know if that's because we're here in the shade, Goddard.
It might be. It might be because of the shade. But yeah, it's starting to cool down a little bit. I did hear word that the players will have a water break, so about halfway through the half, we will see the players pause for a moment, and a ball over the top here. Really and Tony is able to get to it, and a nice little backheel pass, and unfortunately misplaced in the midfield.
Looks like a possible
and a counter attack by Villa here, finding themselves in the midfield, play it out wide. And it looks like there's a little bit of there was a numerical advantage, but it looks like we've kind of regained those numbers by some good recovery runs there. Nice block by Ramis there. Ball to Roma and to Ramis. Ramis is dribbling through the midfield here.
And kind of you saw something earlier that some of the fans could have seen was it looked like we had a gap in the middle. And that's something kind of where Southside has struggled with the midfield, was keeping control of the middle. But if you actually saw very carefully, you saw both, if not all three midfielders, drop down to the point where they were part of the bottom four. So what do you guys say about that, Goddard, with maybe the midfield playing a little bit more defense than we used to before?
Yeah, I think it shows the evolution of the team that has been created just in the player recruitment, but then also just in the instructions from Coach Dan, and also from the players. They're recognizing those weaknesses, and from our last game, they've kind of covered them up. I know we kind of have a little bit of a weird. And wow, interesting call here, but it looks like it's going in the favor of Southside. Was a little worried there that it might have gone against us, but it looks like he's calling what I believe to be a dive. But back to the midfield conversation, they are really working hard and really creating the platform for the defense to really find their shape and opportunity. And Hudson has been an anchor to that back line as well. We really can't forget about the work he's done. I believe that, no, not that I believe, he has played every single minute this year of every match, and his availability, he's commanding. He's really
Oh,
been a huge bright
look
spot
at
in a ball
that
over the
right
top and an
there. Is that going to
opportunity,
go in?
and it's going to be played. And it's just, what a
Goal.
goal! What an opportunity! And a nice assist from Tony to Trey, and just a simple ball across the box to tap in. And
And I tell you, Goddard, that's something that if it wasn't for Tony and Rami's right there, creating that special connection right there that they've they've played at the same community college back in California, playing here all the way in Kansas, in Leavenworth, Kansas, going to the University of St. Mary's. That chemistry of
yeah,
basically more than 4 years is going to get you that.
yes, yeah, that nice ball. Rami's always knows where Tony's going to be, what runs he's looking to make, and an opportunity that we were fortunate to have and be a part of that chemistry, just to help build a platform of the team. Uh, and so it looks like here we have a water break going on. So uh, the players are going to take about a minute to cool off here just from the hot temperatures. But great first 20 minutes or so to the game. And this is what Southside looks for. They look to get that first goal, really make sure, put the pressure on teams to make sure that they find their way to call back. And honestly, while we look for the goal, we find ourselves exposed quite a bit. Uh, and because we are exposed, we find ourselves in situations to call back that we probably shouldn't have to be. But tonight to get the first goal in a few weeks is great to see, and the platform that Southside needs to really finish out the rest of the half here, hopefully strong, and even find themselves with a second goal.
And we're on our way here after the water break here, which is much needed here in 90-degree weather, even though we got some a little bit cooler wind here, but still humid out in the past few. Oh, and Tony comes in, and he goes in.
What a fantastic save! That genuinely could have gone anywhere.
And that just shows you that Southside wants more than just that one goal. They want to shut this down in the first half. It looks like here. A drop kick here for Crime Villa. Number 23, left wing, goes out of bounds. Looks like a handball, possibly. Miscommunication there. Center back should have communicated with the goalkeeper or vice versa, I tell you that.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And again, apologies for the camera angle. Um,
Shot for Crown Villa, wide right. Goddard, we see number 23 right there, left wing for Crown Villa. You saw his speed right there. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he scored the game winner for Crown Villa during the home match for us. What do you got to say about him and his potential threat for this game?
He caused us quite a few problems, honestly, and it was definitely something that, and a missed opportunity there, and a little bit of miscommunication on where that ball should go. But he really caused us a lot of problems last time. I believe that he definitely had a brace and assist for sure. And apologies, I probably should have double checked on that one, but I know that he did have 2 goals and assists, but I'm not sure if he had gotten that third to make it a hat trick. Definitely player of the match for Villa last time out.
We got playing back and forth, a little bit tiki taka with Caleb and Hudson. Ball on the right side with Noah. Plays it up to Tony. Tony beats again the left back.
That was a nice ball. And there it is.
And
And
what
what
a
a
keeper.
fantastic save. What a fantastic save. He is on one tonight.
I'll tell you, if it wasn't for that keeper, that ball would be going in more than one goal that we have right now. I'll tell you that. So props to the keeper. Playing it quick here to Ramis. Overlap. Crossing it in. No one in the box. We got Jackson in there.
Oh,
Pass
nice
the
little
middle.
layoff. An opportunity here. And a shot, and it's gone wide. That ball earlier by Noah was just fantastic to play through. And again, like I mentioned in the opening minutes here, was we are looking to really split the center back and the fullback. And those runs are proving to be very, very dangerous. And why wouldn't you feed it into Tony? Prolific goal scorer for Southside.
You can tell Tony, number 7, right winger, just a little bit upset that they didn't work the way he wanted, just knowing that those kind of plays are the ones that are supposed to go in. But unfortunately, this one did not go in there for him. Still visibly upset.
Yeah. And it looks like he's telling them to kind of calm down a little bit. Find the composure, not rush things too much. And I believe that game plan is working for us today, where normally we are quick transitions, move the ball quickly, and that's a rare sight. When do we pass it back to the keeper?
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you after, actually, until Trey comes in.
Oh,
Will he get it
and the
in?
ball is short. Oh, man.
It's a good
The
battle.
ball, that ball kind of almost stopped a little short of the keeper, and that could have been dangerous. But a smart read by the Villa keeper to recognize that opportunity to clean up the pass.
But back to the little story that I had for Ryan, our goalkeeper here. Ryan has a little experience playing for Sporting Blue Valley and through their academies for Sporting, and now plays for KU. But he was telling me moments ago that when he was playing for the academy, Peter Vermees was watching the academy, and told and complimented Ryan, said he's one heck of a goalkeeper, but very, very not great with his feet, which he has gotten a little bit better. But in general, I thought that would be something funny out there where the former Sporting KC coach complimented him, but at the same time told him to work on something else. Looks like we might see another pass back.
Oh, and a terrible clearance there by Jackson, unfortunately. And we're dropping ball out wide, and the cross goes in, and it is out for a goal kick.
And again, Tony visibly upset.
Tony is one of those players that really looks for perfection, not only out of himself, but out of the team. He really wants the team to be clean as can be, take as many chances as they can, but definitely very upset, and for good reason, when honestly, there was no reason to try to lose the ball there in that area. And a great tackle by Roma, and and missed an opportunity. It looked like to play the ball in, but opted to actually keep possession here a little bit.
Again, back to Ryan. Looks like Ryan's getting comfortable right there, playing with the ball to his feet.
Uh,
Something a little bit cheeky right there for Sabino.
we are going to have to clean up our passes a little bit here. We are starting now to make little mistakes that we probably should not be making, that we weren't making early on into the match.
And we see something there new.
And what a shot, and inside the post and out. What a fantastic shot that was.
Looks like they were almost celebrating before they actually know it went out.
I honestly, even from this angle, I thought that was in. That was all but perfect execution. Just probably another centimeter on the inside of the post, and that ball is in the back of the net, and we would have been level.
And that's something new that we didn't see from Crown Villa. That overlap run, I don't think Southside has seen that all game. That was one of the first times, and you see that tiki taka 1-2 back there. But number 19 making that overlap run while dragging the defense to the middle. And
Oh, a little misplayed pass, under hit a little bit.
a little bit looks like a little bit of confusion from Trey on whether if he was the pressure or not.
And a nice little win there by Ramis, and a ball over the top to Sabino. Did he get it through? Not quite.
This defense for Crown Villa is going through it, I'll tell you that, with Roma, Sabino, Tony, Ramis, just nonstop attacking. I applaud them for the nonstop work they're giving. But will it last for the whole 90 minutes? We'll see after the game at full time. We see it through.
That's a nice ball, through ball there. And it's a ball in to centrally, and unfortunately it was cut out, but back out to Matt. Matt, what a ball across the box there. Oh, and
smart move from Tony, knowing he was outside. Never know, even though it's a weak shot, you would never know if it ricocheted or it blocked the view of the keeper.
Yeah, they may, if that gone in, it might have come back for him being offside. I mean, he's obstructing, honestly, from an offside position. So, you know, if it did go in, probably a fair call. It would have been hard to watch, but it probably would have been the fair call there.
And with 13 minutes left, Southside is still up 1-0.
Nice job to nice job by Jackson to really cut that pass out, because that could have been very, very dangerous there. But instead, even the offside call helped as well. But sometimes you just got to play to the whistle, and those you never know until after the fact. So great job by Jackson, but can't be mad at the offside call.
And a good 1v1 battle up in the air for Ryan. Oh, miscommunication again here for the defense. Looks like the defense for the first 20, 25 minutes had it under control, but looks like here, after that water break, some miscommunication here. Not too sure why, but I'm pretty sure Coach Dan can get that situated really quickly at the half.
If you ask me, and a nice little move by Hudson to beat the man, and yeah, we're just kind of missing those runs over the top there. But I think if you were to ask me, I believe that we don't have the same intensity that we started with the first 15 to 20 minutes. We've kind of laxed a little bit there. you can still see one or two players really going in, making those challenges, making it really difficult. And a wayward pass there.
Both teams tired, which can explain why the intensity for Southside has calmed down a bit, even though you can still see Tony right there, Ramis, and still three attackers up there.
Yes.
And we can see number 5 from Crown, but a little bit tired as well earlier in that run.
Yeah, agreed. And nice ball throw in there from Tony and Roma back out to Tony into Ramis. Oh, and
Ooh.
it looked like he sliced that cross a little bit, but also knowing Ramis, he probably intended to hit it with that kind of.
I believe that was intentional. Just Trey did not know he needed to make that run in there. But then again, they'll get that situated, or a similar pass will come again like that, and Trey will get that in there for him.
Yeah.
But I like to say Ramis is more of a quarterback if we go to a different sport when it comes to, I would say, of a Patrick Mahomes threading the needle, doing these, I want to say, it looks like random passes, chips, and long balls, but it goes to the right place at the right time most of the time here.
We got Trey here with a nice little cutback and a misplayed pass, but no worries there. Was able to gain back the ball. Nice ball into the middle, and that was very dangerous of an opportunity. Nice cutout there by Villa, because that would have been another chance on goal, and who knows, we could be 2-0 up.
And I think Crown Villa is starting to pick up those 1-2 passes that Southside is loving to do. And Southside picks up that speed when it comes to those 1-2 passes. That center back wouldn't have been there.
Oh. And nice pressure by Sabino. And Matt winning the first ball, Villa winning the second. And it looks like an unintentional handball was called. Wow. That's a nice spot by the ref. Looks like no one was obstructing his view, so that was pretty easy to call.
Again, that center back.
And a second ball won by Sabino, and the ball flies.
Good for a field goal. Number 22 is putting in the work for Southside on attacking. They're not. He is not letting them slide. Looks like the keeper's asking his players to go up. Passes it to the center back, number 22. Number 8, and loses the ball.
Nice double team there. Trey winning the duel there. Trey playing it back to Hudson. Hudson surveying for his options. And a misplayed pass into Ramis.
Goddard, if you're the coach here, we're seeing a little bit.
And what a first-time ball that is, and it was a little quick, but the opportunity was there. What great vision! Great vision from Ramis to be able to see that on the far side, knowing that Tony was open and a little heavy on the pass, but no worries. Caleb with the ball in and plays a nice little chip ball over the top and collected by the Villa keeper.
And a good little handshake right there from Tony and the keeper for Crown Villa, both respecting each other on that duel. But
what a nice tackle by Trey. I'm sorry, apologies. Trey down to the byline, and the ball is blocked out for a corner. That is the second corner of the game today, I believe. Both for Southside.
We'll see if Southside are going to keep laying it over to the pass, or they're going to do a set piece here. I believe Southside has a good amount of goals here on corners or set pieces here, so we'll see what will happen next.
A couple of threats here. Roma's a threat. Rami's getting the ball. Ball is missed by the keeper. Pops back out. Blaylock with the pickup, and he plays it back in, and called by the keeper, missed. And an opportunity there that the keeper finally claims. A little sporadic there in the box.
And with 7 minutes left to go, we got Cronville on the left side, number 23, that I want to say kind of threw
Oh,
himself right there a little bit.
a
A little bit of contact.
no call by the refs here.
A little bit of contact, but
Oh, and again, Villa's number 22, really cutting out those passes. Really cutting out those passes.
and Hudson reading that perfectly well. Number 12, Crown Villa, just not on his toes, flat-footed. Did
Two
not get to
great
that.
back-to-back interceptions by Hudson. And those are the moments that you love to see. Why really he has been a mainstay in that back line. Hudson really reads the games well, has an opportunity to really cut out passes and make it difficult for any attacking threats. Ball being shot through, blocked by Jackson. Ball back in centrally, shot from distance, and an easy collected save by Ryan.
Going back to what I was saying earlier, a few minutes ago, after crazy attack from Southside, but kind of see a little bit of walking here and there, or a little bit slow within the middle. If you're the coach, Goddard, what would you do here? Would you believe it's just a little bit more of rest and some words of encouragement, or do you believe you need to switch something around and kind of get that rhythm how you had in the first half or in the beginning of the first?
Yeah, I believe it's gonna have to. If it was me, it's got to be a reminder of intensity. Really having that intensity back in the first half, because those were the moments that we had opportunities that Villa just had trouble dealing with, and it looks like
Doing early substitutions for Ron Villa. Maybe it's something we don't know.
yes, early substitutions. This is a little unusual considering that we are about 4 minutes away from halftime here. So wonder how that's going to impact them there. Um, Actually, correction. It doesn't. A little bit of confusion. We'll try to work that out and really confirm what happened there. But a little odd opportunity or odd situation going on there from the Villa bench.
Yeah, because number 9 started the game for Crown Villa, but it looks like he's walking out. Not too sure what's going on. Oh, no, just saying hello to somebody. Never mind.
And what a nice move by Caleb, and almost Sabino with
Ooh,
a nice little cheeky move there. Nice to win the ball there,
oh,
and
was he?
Tony being a fraction offside there, but moments of intensity that do exist. It's not all gone by the team. There are moments of intensity, but it seems like now, as the game goes on, they're picking their moments of when to be intense and really trying to find their rhythm. And I don't blame them. It was hot earlier, so really finding those moments and really conserving the energy. But as it cools down here, we are really getting to moments here, and a ball
And a
played
good
through by
1v1. Is
Roma.
he going to chip
And is
it?
this an opportunity? And
Just
Tony just missed it, just outside of the reach of Tony. Another opportunity.
sorry, guy. Don't mean to talk over you. It just gets exciting, and you just want to talk about it.
Yes, and Roma winning the foul up the pitch, just outside the box, in a very, very dangerous area. And looks like we've got a couple players checking in on him, making sure he's okay. And it looks like he is little bit of a knock, but nothing that is out of the usual for a lot of these players when you're playing this sport.
Looks like number 16 for Crown Villa not happy with that call. So, what can you do when it comes to the ref? Either if it makes the right call or the wrong call, you got to respect the call at the end of the day.
Sabino is lining up to take the free kick. Ball over the top, and
over.
Rami's to sky that ball, man. But great vision.
Did you see that, Goddard? The defense for Cranville the last minute were worried about Noah being open, yelling out his number, but did not anticipate Ramis going in there and taking that shot. So they have to be careful for that in the future here.
Agreed.
These set pieces that are well constructed from the
Yes.
team and Coach Dan, knowing what his players can do.
And that high pressure that I mentioned earlier, really showing itself. I believe it was Ramis that was able to apply the pressure. Oh, and a turnover there by Matt. And Villa trying to take advantage of the numbers that they've got. Playing a ball through. Did they get the pass in? No. And Jackson, what a fight there by Jackson to make sure that that ball went out for a goal kick. Great defense there. To use his strength and body to really make sure that that ball was out for a Southside goal kick.
Oh.
And halftime there. So Southside going in with 1 goal up. A 1-0 victory. We are going to take a short break and we will be back with a couple halftime thoughts on the match. Second half is underway here. We appreciate those that tuned in with us and had an opportunity to kind of see the rawness of a grassroots program when you're just trying to figure things out and move. But you know, it's a lot of fun and there's a lot of opportunities within it.
It looks like we're getting some action here. It looks like he's
And
onside.
a great ball by
And
Trey and Sabino with an
I'll say
early lead
on
that run.
I will say that's a late call from the AR right there. Didn't see his flag up. I believe just wanted to let it play. Kind of going back to what we were speaking back in the halftime. Well, right after he gets his ankles broken and working real hard.
Oh, and a great cut. And
that keeper, I'll tell you that. Don't know where Cronville found him, but he is one heck of a keeper, I'll tell you that.
And if I'm not mistaken, had a moment to look into a player or two, and his name is Harrison Enos, I believe is how you pronounce his last name there. Apologies if I have misspoken on that, but very solid keeper. Positioning has been fantastic there.
Again, going back to what we were trying to speak to you about earlier in the half, I don't believe we got any substitutions or anything changes. Looks like we still are playing the 4-2-3-1, or let's see.
Oh, and a nice ball over the
Number
top
16.
there by Roma. And is he playing it in? And too heavy of a hit of a pass, and you can see the visible frustration from Tony because he knows that he should have done better with that opportunity. But with how the game's going, he will definitely have another opportunity.
Little shove there.
And winning it high up the pitch with a shot, and it has gone
to the
wide.
Construction site. It's a good thing that's not our ball. I'll tell you that.
That'd be a little annoying to try to go get.
Hopefully I didn't go to the freeway, as you guys can tell.
I don't think it will. It's a little funny, but I don't think it will.
But again, Beck, we don't see any changes from the coach. We still have Caleb and Ramis kind of playing that 6 role. And Roma playing that 10.
And a little bit of a mishit kick by the keeper there.
What are your thoughts, Goddard, of not changing it up here? Do you believe he's just wanting to keep it calm, maybe keep going with the same group that he had? What do you think with the messages there?
I think so. There's not really a reason to be changing things right now because the team has had the control that has been necessary to get us an opportunity to win the game and a nice ball and an opportunity to lay off across the back. And Tony with the goal. What a great move by Roma there to really beat his man and lay that ball off across the box. And Tony just simply getting on the back end of that pass.
Oh, it looks like we got a little bit of graphic over there. Goal. I'll tell you that. That's a nice touch. I'll tell you that. This is one of the nicer facilities that we've played at here. So we really thank Crime Villa and St. Pius High School. If I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But we really appreciate them having us here and hosting us.
And with that, that's 8 assists on the season for Roma and for Tony. That is his 11th goal of the season.
Just that Jamaican power, I'll tell you that. Which some of the fans might not be aware, but we got a little bit of mixture here when it comes to our roster with Roma being from Jamaica. We got a Hub who is at the bench right now, who is could be a really good depth into this midfield. Might be getting in here, but he is from the Netherlands.
And a dangerous ball. What a great cross ball switch into Tony. And Tony with the legs, and it looks like it might have been poked out, and it is a corner. It is a corner. Corner number 3 on the night for Southside, and really stacking up the opportunities.
Looks like the keeper doing what he needs to be doing, organizing his team.
Corner played short, and with a nice little layoff back to Sabino.
He's going to shoot it in there. Is that going to go in?
And
I'll tell you, that's a lot more difficult than it is getting into that goal. I'll tell you that. Just hitting with that post and the field goal.
Yeah.
But, oh, it looks like we see 3 Southside players warming up. Dennis, Hub, and Ty. Kind of curious of what Coach Dan has cooking up here.
That may be an injection of fresh legs or an injection of opportunity for some of those players that really haven't seen a lot of playing time. Dennis being the newest of that trio that you mentioned, coming in at the mid-season window, has 3 games under his belt, has started 2 off the bench on 1. And a through ball there, and a shot from about 40 yards out. Not quite 40, more like 30 yards. I apologize. But they're struggling to find opportunities that they just have to relinquish themselves to getting shots from distance.
I think that's what, if you can't get something going on or a rhythm as an offense, I don't think that's the worst thing you can do here is shooting at 30 yards out or 20 yards out, because you can't say he's being selfish. It's more of there's nothing going on a full rhythm of they have an identity here. So I don't see anything wrong with that hit, even though it wasn't as powerful as it could have been. But when you got nothing going on there, you got to try something. Maybe catch the keeper off guard. But luckily, Ryan.
Nice little turn there by Trey to win the ball and into Sabino.
And
almost a opportunity that could have happened. And the work rate to get back and make sure that we have our defensive shape there.
And Trey working there.
Another interception by Hudson there. That's 4 on the night, I believe.
Being a locomotive out there, I'll tell you that.
That's for sure.
See, another shot right there, number 33.
And a great clearance by Trey down the field.
It looks like Roma's going to give them their space.
Yeah, there's no need to press too much, especially when you create numbers to create problems for.
Oh, don't know if
And
they'll.
what a ball! What a ball through the defender, struggling to get a hold of that, and Roma having an opportunity beats his man and sees, and a no call has happened. Wow! From this angle, there was a very clear trip that seemed to be have missed,
Oh, looks like number
and
33 is down.
also there's an injury as well. Two situations happening on the field, and I would have thought that that call should have occurred. I heard a clear
See,
thump.
I would say this. I kind of see where the referee's looking at, where a lot of the times on the inside the box, that winger or that striker is going to look for that penalty, but he got rid of his man of man. He got rid of his defender, and it was just a clear, just goalkeeper and him. He was going to go for that shot, but then that defender came out of nowhere. So I don't think he was looking for the foul. He got rid of that defender, where it just needed to be him and the keeper. So I don't believe that was him faking. As you can see, he's still on the ground.
Yeah, we're also taking a look here at Crown Villa as well. They've got an issue.
If Romac can't get up here, I just wonder who will he pull out here, because Dennis has played more the 6 or the 8 role. Very disciplined center defensive mid, I'll tell you that, from where he plays at Kansas Wesleyan, if I'm not mistaken, or actually Southern Western, one of those in the KCAC schools.
Yes.
I apologize if I got that mistaken, but or Hub from the Netherlands, playing for the University of St. Mary's.
Yes. So it looks like I'm not sure if Roma is done for the day, but definitely not a player you want to risk. But he has created problem after problem, and back to the no call. It looked like, from my perspective, that the ref might have been a little too far away. But even if he was far away, it looked like he had a clear lane to see that. You can hear, at least from our perspective, where we're standing, you could hear a little bit of a clicking of the cleats coming together there.
And
So
this is the part where I kind of spoke here in the first half, where you have to respect what the ref says, even though if there's mistakes here and there. So those are the ones that I believe. It's just kind of hard to judge from where his angle was, even though you could hear it. But what can you do at the end of the day? It looks like they left that defender open, or sorry, that attacker for Crown Villa. But
yeah,
miscommunication with Ramis and Tony, you don't see that happen a lot.
yeah, a little bit.
It looks like Roma's going to go in. Just
Yeah,
stepped out for a bit.
needing to step out since he needed attention. So, and a foul there by Tony. Yeah, he had to step out due to needing attention. So, um, normal stuff.
Again, looks like Crown Villa is trying to get something started, but just
And a
Southside keeps intercepting the
nice little
ball.
tackle by Roma, and Tony was able to collect it and played it out wide and into Ramis. Ramis is surveying his options, and Matt is calling on the backside and isn't able to get that. And what a nice little chip through, and
I don't
Sabino being offside.
see.
Sabino was a little bit ahead. Had Caleb gotten it, there might have been an opportunity there, because there was a Villa player that was standing in between the two of them. A little debatable, but Sabino being called for the outside.
Don't know if you call that, especially since that was a good interception from the defense for Crown Villa. But
Yes. Oh, and a through ball misplayed by Villa
I'll tell you,
there.
number 33, their right back, if I'm not mistaken, is a right back? Yes, is a right back. Is just trying to make something happen. He's the one that has been shooting those long balls or making those passes here and there, but nothing is going on.
Ball kicked deep. Roma
Not a great.
with the first win and isn't able to control it. really had time and space. And for someone of his caliber, you would expect him to do a little bit better. Jackson battling hard there, and Tony coming in to help, and the Villa attacker able to get out of pressure, and a ball over the top, and a coming together, and a foul will be called just outside the 18, what looks to be at the top of the D. So we're looking at about a 20-yard free kick coming up for Villa.
Very dangerous spot here. Kind of see what Southside is going to do here. If Crown Villa scores, I can kind of bet where you might see a resurgence here for Crown Villa. Let's see.
And blocked by the wall. Great job, the wall doing its job. Needed to block that shot from coming in, giving nothing for Ryan to do. And really, he has had nothing to do just about all game, with the exception of one save and a ball across, them finding an opportunity on the back post and not really covering their marker, and what is seeming to be an easy goal for Villa. Villa finding a little bit of life in this game.
Oh, look at that. 3 subs. Dennis, Hub, and Ty.
And so it
there.
looks like Caleb, Roma, and I believe that is Noah.
So I believe here,
coming out.
so I've spoken with Coach Dan here in the past, where he has been seeing Ty kind of making a new position for himself for Southside FC at that fullback position. So I think that's why Noah is coming out, just to pick up some more speed there. What do you have to say, Goddard?
Yeah, I believe so. His cameos, they haven't been too much at winger, which is where he played a lot of last year. And unfortunately, it's a situation of you've got to find minutes where you can get them. And if it means going into the fullback role, it looks like he. I don't know. He may not necessarily love it, but when it means you get on the field, sometimes you're on the field. So it's great to see him out there. He hasn't really featured much this year. One start on the season, 4 appearances. It looks like this is going to be his 5th on the season.
And if he does go that right back position for Noah, then you kind of ask here, what kind of plans does he have for Aiden? Or is Aiden on the roster for today?
Yes,
Yes, he is.
he did. He's on the bench today. So to see a triple substitution, knowing that they've only got 2 subs. No, I'm sorry, not 2. If they made 3, they've got 4 subs left today.
Oh,
And
no. Mistake here. No, Noah's not out. We got Dennis Hubben. Oh, Trey is out of the game. Putting Ty at left wing.
okay,
Let's see here what coaches believing that Ty can do at the left wing that Trey could not. So maybe adding a little bit more speed up there at the left wing. Don't know if he had that planned before the goal or if this is one of his plans if a goal went in. Kind of makes you think here.
it really does. But after that goal, you can really see Villa coming to life here. And number 23 dancing in the midfield here, really trying to find that breakthrough pass. And Dennis making it difficult here.
That's what fresh legs can do for you. Number 5 sneaking in there in the middle between the defenders. See if they'll find him there. Nope, just work to the right. That
And
shot wide right. A little bit of crosswind here could have contributed to that.
yeah.
So it looks like Coach Dan here has 2 more windows, if I'm not mistaken, with 4 substitutions left.
Sabino with the ball over the top and a nice cutout pass there by Villa, because that would have been another dangerous opportunity. And these are the moments where those early opportunities that were missed, the 1v1s and the balls over the top, that those marginal, those marginal moments really can come to bite you, because when a team of Villa's quality, you give them a goal, they are in it, and that's a dangerous place to be. Um, and another cutout pass by Hudson there.
Dennis controlling that.
And Dennis in with the cutout. And a ball over the top into Ty, I'm sorry, and too heavy of a ball, but great vision once again from Ramis. And win the first ball won by Hudson. Second ball, Dennis jumping over the Villa player's back.
Looks like we
Creating a
have
foul.
a striker and Aiden left back. So we got Elijah and Aiden warming up with team's strength and conditioning coach Dimitri out there. So it looks like we're looking for some speed up there.
Oh,
He's
and
on.
is he on?
Yep.
And he is deemed onside, and the ball in, and Hub missing that opportunity, or rather the defensive work rate by Villa to cut out that opportunity. And those are the opportunities, if we are not careful and don't put away, we could really find ourselves in some trouble with Villa.
We'll see what we'll create here at the set piece and see if Coach Dan likes what he's seeing here. If not, we might see an early substitution. Not early, sorry. A substitution here. Maybe for Sabino and I believe Noah.
Ball in the air, opportunity, and I believe a foul, or no, the ref is signaling a handball. Looks like a handball on Southside somewhere in the box there.
Number 33, I'm telling you, is working hard for Crown Villa.
He really is, and definitely bringing the energy that they need, and the tenacity.
See number 5 right there going in.
Another
Or sorry, number 12.
interception there by Hudson, and goodness,
And that's
Hudson.
the best thing to do here for Crown Villa. Just get it out of the way for Tony so you don't even give him a chance.
Throwing for Southside. And Ball picked up by Dennis, lost in the midfield, and a wayward pass, and it looks as if Southside will get it back. Substitution. Elijah is coming in for Sabino, and Aiden is coming in for Noah. It looks like so Noah handing over the armband to Tony. He'll be the captain for the remainder of the game. Misplayed pass on Aiden's first touch here. And a ball out wide, and great attempt at a clearance, forcing it to be a deflection and go out for a goal kick for Southside. And whoa, and the challenge that happened, and a play, and the ref is signaling the play on, and then the shot opportunity, and
What a shot here.
nice shot by Ty. And it looks like a yellow card for the attempted foul. And honestly, I don't fault him for attempting to foul, because Ty was gone.
He is lucky that he is not the last man standing, and that would have, if he would have fell down to the ground, that would have been a red. If I'm not mistaken, or if not. Cross
And a
in.
ball in.
Oh, steps on the ball.
A misplayed, and Aiden picks it up at the top of the box with a shot from distance, and on target, simple save for Harrison of Villa. Hudson making it, didn't win it, but definitely made it difficult. Villa throw.
Southside organizing here. Rami's collecting the
Rami's
ball.
with a great little tackle there, and opportunity, wasn't able to keep the ball. And ball out wide for Villa. Nice sliding, saving tackle to keep it from going out. And as he dribbles in, and a no call at inside the box.
Very
Sees Tony
here.
taking the ball in, and he beats his man on a almost a 1v1 situation, giving it.
Hey,
and a high foot, no call. Hub with the ball in the box.
Don't know if you play that. I don't know if you do.
A couple of controversial calls for either team, you might say. Villa thinking they might have had something in the box earlier. Also on the other side, very quickly in transition, Tony putting his head in.
Just playing 1-2s here with Dennis and Hub. And
Tony receiving the pass and doesn't quite get the ball in there, out wide to Ty. Ty facing up his man and cannot beat his man. And Villa is on the counter here. Can they find that opportunity? They've been playing it out wide to the left here, and they had a lot of opportunities there. And a ball into the box, and Hudson with cutting out another pass. Hudson is really, really putting in a defensive show today. How many times has Hudson's name been mentioned today?
Number 33 is down. Looks like we're still playing the ball.
Oh, and ball over the top. Played through to Tony. Tony onside. 1v1 with the keeper, and does he beat him? And is his face? And
Handball,
They
unfortunately.
are calling for a handball. You've got to say that that is another missed opportunity for Southside.
And I believe the ref did not call a stop of the play since something was starting, but at the same time, there was no danger to the player when it came to players running over him or anything like that. So that's what I believe why the ref did not call the game right there.
Yeah.
It looks like Hudson has a few words for the referee.
We've got about 15 minutes left in this match here. What are your thoughts on the second half, and how is Southside looking, trying to close out this match here?
I would say Southside is still looking the same here. I don't believe we're looking any more tired than we were in the last 20 minutes of the first half, which I guess you can say on a hot day it's not a bad thing. I mean, in second half, you're not going to see the same intensity you see in the first 10 minutes. So for Southside to keep attacking, as you saw with Tony going up there, unfortunately went to a handball with that ricochet up there, that 1v1. But Southside is still attacking and becoming a threat, while Crown Villa is having little surges here and there, which can be very problematic for Southside since they may be caught flat-footed. That's what I'll say.
I would agree with those statements, and we're just gonna have to find a way to put away those chances here. And
Looks like we have Miles, the goalkeeper, warming up. Don't know if that's on his own or always staying ready, but or if that's on
and a
coach.
cut a well
Oh,
cut
well,
out pass by Aiden in the box, and that ball almost makes it to him, and that is, you're looking at another attack on goal, and Dennis winning the quick tackle, and a shot from distance. No time to give any person to think about it. Shot goes wide.
what do you think with that, Goddard, with Miles warming up? Do you think that's something just what a great what a great player should be doing, warming up, regardless if he knows if he's getting minutes or not? Or do you think the
I
coach has something planned here?
I believe that it may be Miles just getting ready and warmed up. It's it's one of those things that Miles has a great work ethic, and Miles understands that when it comes to playing, you've got to be ready. You have to stay ready. You never know when your number is going to be called, and Ryan has been solid between the sticks, but injuries come at weird times, and it could be moments like this where he's seeing a little bit more
And
action.
again, Hudson right there.
Yeah, Hudson once again. Uh, so having those moments and those opportunities, and and you know, and Ty not able to really make the challenge there. Oh, and Villa Villa starting to find their rhythm once again, and Hudson cutting out another pass. I believe that is 9 interceptions, and a ball played through into a one. Oh, and he is called for offside, and really by my angle, that does not seem to be the correct call.
Again, that's when I say, what can you do when the ref calls it?
Unfortunately, we are not a big league with VAR on our side here, but it's the nature of grassroots. So you have to, whether you agree with it, sometimes you got to respect the ref's call.
No football challenge flag, no nothing, unfortunately.
And
And
and Tony was actually off on that one, so uh, it's hard to gauge and figure out a little bit, because it seems like no matter what he does, he's being called off, and it's partly due to, I think, because of how fast he is.
I want to say he's doing that on purpose, taking that gamble. It can be a mixture of the back line of Crimeville kind of figuring out what Tony is doing, but at the same time, it's very dangerous because Tony. There's been times, as you've seen, there's times when Tony has timed it perfectly well and has been a threat. And I think he's going to keep doing it until somebody takes him down. And he's on. Is he going to get it to Tony?
Oh, Roma. No, sorry. It wasn't Roma. That was Rami's playing it wide and a nice attempted uh, attempt to save the ball from going out, but he gives a throwaway rather than a goal kick. So this is an opportunity to pin the team in and win the ball high up the pitch.
Looks like we got a sub for Crown Villa coming in soon. Oh, no, sorry. Just the wrong white line. Good battle right there for Hudson.
Hudson winning his duel here, getting up the field and still staying up the field, creating opportunity. A shot.
Ooh.
A shot from distance. Well struck by Hub.
Good interception for Aiden. Plays it back. Does not go well. No one there to cover for Aiden. Looks like Jackson's there. 1v1.
Ball through. It's gone wide, and it looks like it will be. Matt will let it go out for a throw.
Hub collecting the ball. Pushing up the left side. Trying to go through the three defenders. Gets past a little bit.
And almost breaks through.
Oh, 33 has to wash his hands right there.
And a shot from distance that is very high.
Looks like Hudson is calling for a foul or a handball. Not too sure what it is, but was not too pleased with the play continuing on. Goal kick for Southside. Hudson delivering it to Ramis. Ramis delivering it to Hub. Hub pushes up with the ball, watching who he can deliver it to. Gives it to Ty. A little miscommunication there. Looks like Hub wanted Ty to be more wide than more in. So
it looks like they're kind of trying to find an opportunity to sort themselves out. And I know that this is a great opportunity for Elijah, and I love seeing local talent here be able to play on the field. I know that he doesn't quite have the same pedigree as some of these players, but he definitely brings an energy and quickness that other teams can't quite seem to defend. But there is other parts to his game that I know that he's growing and learning and working on. But if he gets those other parts of his game down, man, he could be very much a problem. But again, he's only 19 years old and really not playing at high of a level as a Tony, Trey, Roma, Ramis, some of these guys. So, and Elijah winning, trying to win the header, but unfortunately he mistimed his jump there. Ball going out for a Southside throw.
And an injury looks like
Another cramp. Is that for number 33? No, it's not number 33.
It looks like he's out of bounds, so they're going to continue this.
Yeah, game. He is out, so they will continue. That is right. And a ball played in centrally, and Tony with an opportunity, and there is a goal. Tony beating the keeper 1v1, and that makes it 3-1. Southside finally having that opportunity to put away. We have needed this to be able to say that we're controlling the game well and truly.
Little friendly banter between the keeper and Tony going at it. Again, friendly. Again, with the goal graphic up there for the fans who can see.
And I believe that assist was made by Ramis, I believe. I apologies that I may have missed that here.
Again, you can't slow down here. Just all it takes is one goal for Crown Villa to have again resurgence how they had in the first half, or sorry, in the second half earlier. Nice turn for number 23 for Crown Villa. Jackson clearing it right there.
No, falling a little short. Hub trying to put in a tackle and win it back, but no, to no avail. Rami's Rami's winning the tackle, but ultimately giving a foul away. So it will come back into Southside, Southside's half. Looks like right at the top of our defensive third. Ryan is looking to set up his defense here. We are in roughly the final 5 minutes here. Southside 3, Villa 1. In what has been a lot of opportunities
Cross in.
created.
Jackson brings that out.
Tony winning the tackle and being bodied a little bit.
Oh,
But no worries there as the team recovers back. Foul given away here.
Tony collecting the ball possibly here. He does. Gives it to Ramis. Ramis delivers it to Dennis. Dennis working it up. Let's see what we got here. We got Hub open on the right side. Onside.
And he plays him through onside on an opportunity. Is he going to lay it off? And we have
Golazo de Elijah.
This game is being put to bed here. Goal by number 5, Elijah Harding on the pass from Hub. And nice, well-placed pass initially from Dennis out wide.
And those are the things that Southside's coaching staff has been working on with Elijah here is he has really raw potential to be a really great striker with his crazy speed and his agility and his height and strength. I'll say that for sure. But that one touch, every practice, every game is getting better. I'll tell you that. One of the younger players for Southside here with experienced players.
He has grown since last year. He was last year's breakthrough player of the season, and really he has made the most of every opportunity. He has had 5, I believe he has made 5 appearances this year. All have been substitutions, but honestly, he has scored in what is now 4 out of his 5 games that he has played. Yes, he may not be a full 90-minute player or even a starting player, but he has made the most of his opportunities. You've just got to applaud the work rate to get into those positions.
It's his work ethic and his crazy, athleticism that keeps him pushing to even scoring those goals when some people might underestimate him for his age and, technical ability, I'll say. But it's one of the biggest reasons why Southside has given him another year. Oh, the lights are on. But it's one of the reasons why Southside has given Elijah a chance here for another season, as he's one of the few players to come back from last year out of the bench squad.
That's very true. He wasn't really featured. He made a lot of appearances, but he wasn't featured heavily as a part of the main core of that starting 11 or even that 12th, 13th man off the bench. But he really had a raw potential and exploded in the second half of the season, really creating a nice little and the ball not heavy enough, and Ty winning the initial tackle but can't find his feet to be able to get a shot on target.
I was speaking with Coach Dan not too long ago talking about Elijah, and I told him, to explain what's going on with Elijah with his development, since I haven't seen much on the practice side, closed doors, but he has told me he is always giving him a reason why not to keep him on the bench. Always giving him a reason
Yes,
to leave him on the field when he has him in there.
he really has, and honestly, as the end of the second half, the second half of the season, he exploded, and quite honestly, we were a bit shocked because he had an opportunity to really show out. And
And looks like we got veteran Nate in the
Nate
game.
Udaly, Nate Udaly is making his way into the game, into the midfield, and it looks like the substitution has been made for Captain Tony.
Moving Hub to the right wing.
Yes, and honestly, back to Elijah, he had scored, I believe, 6 goals in the final 8 or 9 games of the season, and another opportunity
And
here,
Elijah.
and Elijah almost finding himself another goal. A lot,
And the keeper visibly upset, rightfully so.
and really, we should be talking about the implications this has on the table now, because with this win, we still have a game in hand on Crown Villa. So this is their 13th game. This is our 12th game, and we're level on points. So really, third versus fourth, we're coming into this match third place, and we now
Beats
have
his defender.
and he beats his man and plays it back,
Elijah.
and Elijah finding his opportunity, and he can't sort his feet out. But as clunky as it might be, he finds a way to try to make it work. And us coming into this game and a through ball here. 1v1, Hudson standing up his man, finding an opportunity, and
And a
the
goal.
goal goes in. It looks like a nice way to beat his man, giving them that second goal of the night.
This is the part where you get a little bit of tired legs after playing almost 90 minutes. Especially Hudson, you clearing out so many potential goals for Crown Villa.
Really, it is. I agree that it is tired legs, but you know what? It is what it is in terms of how the game happens. And credit to the Villa player, really beating Hudson there, and that was literally the final kick of the game. Really, in extra time, and it looks like what was an extra minute according to my clock here. But what a game here, wrapping up 4-2, and really a game that was a foregone conclusion. But we are going to take a moment and get down to the field, and we're going to have an opportunity to chat with a couple of players. So we will be right back with you here shortly as the game ends with Southside 2, Villa 2, Southside 4.